And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini alongside Mike Lang. Nick Halliday up on the camera. We apologize for the technical difficulties. We are off and running. Quarter number one to battle two top five teams. Number one, St. Elizabeth's coming into this contest at 9-0, and 8-1 ranked third, the Dover Senators. As Denham Perkins at the free throw line here, he was fouled on his way up by Tobias Reese. So we're 4:41 to go here in quarter number one. It's a 7-4 lead for the Senators. Second free throw for Perkins is off the mark. So 7-4, St. E's on the rebound and off and running. Here's Nixon Jr., hop step inside, tries to hang and finish, no good. Rebound up for grabs, got it himself. Hands off to Tobiasen, and he lays it in. Aiden Tobiasen, he's got all six for St. E's. Don't blick. Quickly down the other direction is the Polytech transfer, Darrell Little, with his second field goal. He's got four. And now a 9-6 lead for the visiting Dover Senators. I welcome in Mike Lang, who's on double duty here today. Mike, great to have you here, and going to check out St. E's and Dover. This is going to be a fun one here on a Saturday chilly afternoon.
Chilly. I'm wearing shorts.
Hot in here. That ball's picked and stolen. Denham Perkins, a clear road to the basket, but it's erased by Kenny Hunter Jr.
Good hustle by Kenny Hunter there.
And now Kylan Alexander, bounce passer right underneath on the block, through contact, up and through. Timeout, Coach Stephen Wilson. And just like that, St. E's down by one, 9-8.
Well, Nick, I've seen the Vikings half dozen times this year, and this is the coldest I've seen them come out shooting at all this season. They are having some real trouble making shots early. Fortunately for them, Tobiasen has been able to pick up some loose change and keep them in this game, and then Julius Wright just made that shot right there.
So coming in, St. Elizabeth's, as we talked about so far this year, they're 9-0 undefeated, number one ranked team in the state on our Delaware Live Sports rankings, led by head coach Mike Cassidy. The last time out, they took on the Charter School of Wilmington Force, an 80-28 victory led by Tobiasen, who had 20. Hunter Jr. with 14 and Julius Wright with 11. On the season, Tobiasen, their leading scorer at 17.5 points. Julius Wright coming in at 14.5 points. Those two guys can really get it done. Kenny Hunter also in double digits. 3 scorers in double digits on the season for the number one ranked Vikings. As that pass intercepted, Hunter, one more. They make the extra pass now to Tobiasen. What a whip down the middle of the lane. Julius Wright, though, couldn't finish. How about a Nixon Jr. put back on the third chance opportunity, and one. And so he'll head to the free throw line for a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
They're missing shots, but they are getting some offensive rebounds. And you saw Steven Nixon catch and release before he hit the ground on that one, not giving Dover an opportunity really to set up for a block there. And gets fouled, as a matter of fact. Now he's on the line. St. E's on top for the first time, Nick, and a chance to go up by 2.
First lead of the afternoon for St. E's. 3:30 to go here in the opening quarter. And Nixon Jr. caps off the three-point play. So 3:26 now, some pressure here from the Vikings in the backcourt. Bounce pass underneath, up strong, couldn't finish. Rebound to Kenny Hunter. It was Estevan Norwood the third, the 6'6 center who couldn't get it to go. Now St. E's down the other way. Here's Wright. Kicks it back now to Nixon Jr. He lost it. Ball is loose. Hunter dives and throws it into the arms of Little, but not before a backcourt violation. So with 3:04 remaining, a turnover for St. E's. And they'll take it back here up by 2, 11-9.
I'm glad I decided to come to this game today. I walked in, they said, "Oh, you guys are streaming." I was like, we are? I did not know. But glad to be here. This is a good one. Had not seen Dover yet this year live, and glad to be here. I did see part of that game against Sanford on YouTube.
Yeah, Dover undefeated in the state. Darrell Little trying to take Kenny Hunter on the baseline. Some contact before the shot. A foul will go against Hunter, his first.
Thought they called on
team second.
Steven Nixon.
Oh, did they call it on Nixon? Excuse me.
And Caden Harris back in for St. E's. One thing, St. E's, they can get into some foul trouble. They really need to keep Tobiasen primarily out of foul trouble. He plays a lot inside. There's another foul. Oh, traveling violation.
There's that spin move. Got to be careful here in the first state. Darrell Little.
Can't go into spin cycle, baby.
And a very dangerous Darrell Little, unable to get the benefit of the doubt on the whistle there. It'll be a turnover for Dover, their second.
These games should be called the same, but Dover are used to the other IBO board calling their games downstate.
Floater, baseline for Harris. No good. Tobias in there for the second chance. He lost it. And now here come the Senators. Darrell Little just a little too sped up and lost it down the other side of the floor.
Yeah, he just lost his, he loses concentration, but his hands got ahead of his feet. And Little's going to take a break here.
Noah Allen, the senior guard, into the lineup now here for Dover. Full court press, but they left Kenny Hunter wide open, roaming around under the basket, and he's got a bucket. Perkins quickly down the other direction, and he is lightning quick, and he's got his first field goal. And now Julius Wright, I can't even look down at the papers. We are off and scoring back and forth.
Yeah, I got to get these scores caught up here.
Perkins now one-on-one with Harris, has it stolen by Wright. Perkins jumps back on it. Loose ball.
He rolled on the floor. Mike Cassidy wants a traveling violation.
So does Tobiasen. They are going to call a jump ball.
It's going to go to St. East. So it's going to be the ball anyway. Little's back in.
King will sit.
That was a fortunate call, but those are going to even out over the course of the game. Nick, I got a little bit of the sinus.
Oh, those are the worst. Those aren't good.
So I sound a little nasal, more nasal than usual.
Kenny Hunter trying to open up the three-point scoring for St. E's, one of the best teams in that regard here in the state. That one, though, doesn't fall. 146. Yeah. Perkins will step into a straightaway three, left it short. And now St. E's to inbound here with full court pressure still being applied here from the Senators.
It's like 100 miles an hour. This clock is way off, too, by the way.
140 and ticking. Here in the opening quarter between St. E's and Dover, splitting the defense is Harris to Alexander in the corner, the eye-arcing three. Hung around, bounced out, but Tobiasen with another big rebound and another chance on this end for the Vikings. Right, mid-range jumper, hangs, bounces, and misses.
A lot going on here. This game is moving 100 miles an hour, and you were not trying to do scorebooks and stuff.
Darrell Little through contact. Will they count it and the foul? I believe they will. So Darrell Little has his third field goal. He's up to 6 points, a chance to make it 7 at the free throw line. 1:09 remaining here in the opening quarter, and St. E's holding it now. 2-point lead, 15-13.
Nick, looking around the St. E's Center, you wouldn't know there was 5-6 inches of snow yesterday, as this place is pretty full. Some games supposed to be played today were postponed.
That's right. Yeah, we weren't sure, what the game plan would be today, but happy to be here, as Mike alluded to earlier.
They did move the game from 12:30 to 2:15. Give everybody else a chance to get here.
Darrell Little knocks down the free throw. 3-point play successful for the Polytech transfer, and the Dover Senator to Polytech back to Dover. And they're thrilled to have him, a fantastic player here in Delaware, and again, one of the big reasons for Dover's strong start here to this season. 108 and ticking.
Athletic directors around the state got a lot of work to do as far as rescheduling games.
Yeah, sure
Tuesday and a Thursday missed.
And we're going to have a foul, but it is not going to go here against Harris, who is setting the screen. Foul's going to go against Norwood, who tried to power through it. His first, team's third.
I'm not even keeping fouls. I'll let you do that.
So St. E's to inbound here from the side. Both teams with just 3 fouls from now a minute and ticking to go here.
Yeah, I'll start the clock when it hits the 46 seconds I have on here.
15-14, St. E's up by 1 here. Late first quarter action in a battle of 1 versus 3. Here's Tobiasen using some clock. Now he's going to take it. Gets through the defense rather easily, hung in the air, couldn't finish. And they're going to have an offensive foul, maybe that off elbow on a hook on the drive from Tobiasen. That's going to be his first. And now we'll see the Vikings with some pressure now in the backcourt. So both teams a little full court pressure here in quarter number 1. And now a decision time here if Dover wants to try and run up the rest of this clock and take the final shot of the opening quarter.
I would not expect that.
And it's picked and stolen.
Oh, but thrown out of bounds by Reese. He just turned before he traveled trying to get rid of it, and it went out of bounds, and there was nobody home.
Threw it away. Got a Ravens jersey walking by here courtside.
They play, what, 4:30?
Big game, 4:30 today. The Ravens and the Texans. Following our action here on Delaware Live Sports. 17 seconds in ticking for Terrell Little, who walks it up past half court. 7 first quarter points for Little. And I believe a foul to give for St. Elizabeth, so they'll use it there.
Stephen Nixon.
Or actually, they'll have that as foul number 5.
I think Stephen Nixon thinks he was pushed into Little, but it's going to be a 2-shot foul here.
That's right. So the 4th foul came on Tobias in moments earlier, I believe, on the offensive foul. And now that foul there will
That's
put
his second, so
him to the free throw line. So you're going to call that one against Nixon. And as we mentioned, the 5th team foul on St. East. Now 2 free throws coming for Terrell Little. A 7-point first quarter for the senior.
Yeah, he was quite the combination with Kyle Gamber last year.
That's right.
Last couple years at Poly Tech. Panthers now are struggling a little bit this year as they're trying to reset things down there. But their loss is Dover's gain, that's for sure.
You know, Dover doesn't seem like long ago, and it wasn't a few years back where they played during the COVID year against Smyrna in that state championship inside a small crowd in front of that Dover gymnasium.
I did the girls' game, same thing. Nobody there.
Free throw's good. 9 seconds now for St. E's. Alexander driving and kicking, but a whistle before the pass, and they did have a foul to give.
I mistakenly put the points up for St. Elizabeth's on that free throw.
16-15, Dover back out in front. That ball's tipped. Alexander gives it to Tobias now. 5 seconds for Tobias to shoot. Pull up. Straightaway 3 for Aiden Tobias off the mark. Kenny Hunter on the putback. That one almost went in. Had a chance, but no cigar there. 16-15 after 1 quarter of play here at the St. E Center. It's number 3 Dover leading number 1 St. Elizabeth's at their place after 1 quarter of action. We'll be right back here on DLS.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong.
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini alongside Mike Lang. Nick Calladay here as well. It's our first State Orthopedics game of the week. Number 1 St. Elizabeth's and number 3 Dover here in Wilmington at the St. E Center, the home of the top-ranked Vikings coming into this one 9-0. Dover 8-1, but undefeated in the state of Delaware. And on that cue, Darrell Little from 3. No good offensive rebound, and they got him on the little foot shuffle inside for Terrence Williams, the sophomore center. Turnover number 4 for Dover. So unofficially through a quarter and 15 seconds, Dover with 4 turnovers, St. Elizabeth with 2. And now that pressure from both teams that we saw going to pick back up here in the second. Alexander gets it to Harris, stolen, and now Dover has numbers, at least for the moment. Up ahead to Little. What a pass by Perkins, and what a finish by Darrell Little.
And Nick, we're currently without a scoreboard because I haven't produced in forever.
Mike is on double duty. He's doing all kinds of things, snapping photos, keeping score, writing articles, and doing production. So we appreciate him stepping up from the floor onto press row here at St. E's. 18-15 after the Darrell Little bucket in transition. 3-point lead for the visiting Senators. 7:11 to go here in the second, and that's going to be a carry up top. Turnover number 3. That time it's against Julius Wright. So Dover, last time out, was on January 18th, a 90-58 win over Milford for them. But again, their only loss to Stephen Decatur in the Governor's Challenge back on December 30th. They haven't lost a game in 2024, and that's going to be finished off by Williams. So Dover now with a 5-point lead. That's their largest lead of the afternoon. And St. E's has been spectacular all year long, especially here at home. But, Mike, one thing we're used to not seeing there is that one's almost turned over. Hunter gets it back. Harris, 4-3. It's long. Rebound to Little. And now leaking up ahead is Denham Perkins. Nice pass from Little. Shot rejected by Caden Harris.
Great job by Harris. They're not making any threes.
And that's where I was going with it. On the cue, they go down to the block. Right, shot blocked by Williams. But that time they're going to say they got him with the body. Coach Stephen Wilson doesn't like it. And now 2 free throws coming up for St. Elizabeth's and Julius Wright.
JT Wright shooting there.
That foul against Williams, his first, team's first of the second. And this one has been a good one so far. Chance to cut into the 5-point deficit. But that's where I was going, Mike. You took the words out of my mouth. Is St. E's were coming in some of the games we did earlier in the year, they hit 17 threes in a game, 18 threes in a game. And the ones that we were there for, as the first free throw was up and in for Julius Wright. And this one so far through a quarter in about 2 minutes or 10 minutes of play, not a 3-point field goal for St. E's. That's unlike them.
No, you think they'll heat up at some point. But as of now, not yet.
Perkins kicked over to Dennis. Dennis can hit that. This time he pump fakes, drives baseline. Floater doesn't go. What a touch pass from Denham Perkins right back to Javian Dennis. And Dover with some highlight plays here in half number one.
Top play candidate right there.
Alexander, bounce pass down the block. That's stolen. A couple turnovers for St. E's. Darrell Little was looking to finish over top of Harris. Instead, he's fouled, and 2 free throws coming for Darrell Little, and Dover is out and rolling here in the second quarter. They're feeling it.
A lot of energy in the gym. This has been an up and down, fast-paced game. Darrell Little, what do we have him now at 13 points already? Or 11 points, I'm sorry.
11 so far, a chance to add to that here at the free throw line. That's the second foul on Caden Harris.
And they also have Nixon with 2.
So first free throw for Darrell Little is up and in. Little, I believe, 4 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. So usually it's the Vikings that get out and run and get out in front of teams and make it hard to score with them, but Dover able to score with St. E's early.
They do have Kyan Alexander out. He's a 3-point guy. But they just need to get him. He needs to get open.
Tobiasen will get past half court. 5:53 to go in the first half. 24-17 Dover now with their largest lead at 7. Tobiasen splits the defense, almost poked out from behind, and it is. Chase Little forced it. And now the Senators once again in transition. Kyan Alexander almost pokes it back. Ball is loose. Little can't finish. How about Terrence Williams on the putback?
Well, they're getting the loose balls. And right now it leads 9.
Alexander to Kenny Hunter. Nice look up ahead. Hunter can't miss the mid-range jumper. Tobiasen with a hand on it. It was off the hip, I believe, of Terrence Williams. Going to stay with St. E's.
Couldn't really tell from here, but the referees are a lot closer to the action than us. We're pretty close.
St. E's with 4 turnovers here in the second quarter. They had 1 through the first. And now Dover with a 9-point lead on the road.
But Dover's not giving them any easy, uncontested shots.
Here's one of them to Tobiasen, and he makes them pay. Nothing but net for Aiden Tobiasen, and now St. E's with a 3-point field goal.
Maybe that's something that the Vikings need to get going.
Lead now to 6 for Dover. Here's Perkins. Darrell Little, room to fire. Will let it fly too long. Rebound. How about this one? Another one. This one to Chase Little, and then a foul on the floor. It'll be inbounded after the rebound by Tobiasen.
Yeah, Tobiasen had it, got fouled. Got to watch those swinging elbows. You don't want to catch anybody. Another, we were here a couple weekends ago, Nick, for the Slasianum game, and
what a crowd that was as well. We got a good one
here
today.
Never left.
Not many seats open here at the St. E Center. It's been a hot ticket this year in the 2024 season.
Speaking of hot, is it 100 degrees in here?
It's hotter in here than I thought it would be. Right, thought about a pass, now room, runs into Perkins, no whistle. Ball tipped out of bounds. We'll stay down this side with St. Elizabeth's. 4:34 to go here in first half action.
I think it was about a 10-point run for Dover, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 17-16 at one point, or 16-15 St.
16-15, yep.
So it'd be an 11-0 run. I'm sorry, 17 that St. E's had.
Julius Wright just trying to power through Allen. Can't get it. Rebound taken in by Dennis. And now here come the Senators. Norwood going to Euro step inside and lay it in.
That's going to
And
be
then
a
a whistle
foul.
and a block that time. It'll go against Dennis. That should be his first.
But he didn't give the St. E's player room to land.
Team's third.
I believe that would have been the call.
4:09 and ticking, lead now to 8 for Dover, who's had an incredible second quarter.
St. E's maybe start throwing some screens out there, just try to get some people some room.
They come with the double team on
They're swarming on
Tobiasen.
that defense.
And just a little too aggressive that time on the help.
That's 4 team fouls already.
And
So St. E's to shoot from the next one out.
And for the final 4 minutes here of half number 1. That's going to be the second consecutive foul on Javion Dennis. So he picks up 2 fouls in a span of 20 seconds. He'll now head to the bench. As St. E's inbounds here, trailing by 8.
St. E's need to start getting some shots. And they just lost that ball.
Now's Kenny Hunter trying to put it on the floor on the baseline, just lost control of it. Turnover number 5 of the quarter for the Vikings, 6 on the afternoon. So the Vikings going to stick with that full court pressure, and Dover's been able to beat it. They do this time far to Allen in the corner. So 3:40 to go, Dover leading St. E's by 8. Perkins trying to show off the handles, got a little too fancy, lost it, now up ahead to Alexander, one-on-one, pirouettes, finds Wright, and it's blocked, but not without contact.
Wow.
By Estevan Norwood III. That'll be foul number 2 on the junior. And now free
Coach
throws
Wilson,
coming for St.
Coach
Elizabeth.
Wilson's fired up.
Again, we don't have a replay, but it looked like the block was clean, but you can't tell where the body is. If you get him with the body, it will be a foul. So I think that's what the officials were looking at on that one. So Julius Wright at the free throw line. He's got 6 points, 2 from the line, make it 3. And that's where he can do damage, Mike. We're just used to seeing him be aggressive, get to the line, and knock down those free throws. He made a bunch against Sally's a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he's good at seeing small spaces and getting to the bucket. Problem is, Dover's just got a lot of people packed in there, and there's no room inside. St. E's not making the outside shots to force Dover to come out.
Free throw good, and not really taking as many either. And you can attribute that to that defense from Dover.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Here's Perkins, nice crossover. What a pass up ahead, finished off by Williams. Denham Perkins putting on a point guard clinic here in the first half. Extra pass to the corner, right, open 3, shorted it, rebound to Allen. Denham Perkins so under control and smooth with the basketball, and that shot rejected by Hunter, right into the hands of Julius Wright. Right, Euro step, finishing in transition. Terrence Howard, though, living down the other side of the floor, just turns and finishes once more, and it's a track meet. Tobiasen lets it rip and buries a 3. Oh my goodness, back and forth we go here from the St. E's Center with 2 of the best teams in the state.
I lost track of everything.
Stolen once again. 3 for Reese would be big, and rounds out Tobiasen through contact with the putback. Almost stolen again down this side of the floor.
All right, Nick, I need some help.
Oh my goodness.
Who's scoring here?
All right. I'm all caught up supposedly. As the team set to inbound, some subs coming in. Noah Allen will head to the bench. Javion Dennis back in with his 2 fouls.
All right, who's the last bucket for Dover?
I believe it was
Harris?
Terrence Williams,
All right, what number is that?
33.
How many
Down
points
the
do you
other
have him with?
side.
8? Okay, there we go.
So we're back underway. One possession ball game, 32-29,
Wow.
2:14 and ticking in first half action.
What a stretch that was.
Whew.
I'm
It's
just
been
trying to keep the
fun.
scoreboard up to date, you know?
That shot by Tobiasen as we have a travel and a turnover. Turnover number 8 for Dover.
I'm worn out sitting here.
And again, things heating up in this gym. But what a series of events. Back and forth they went in transition, and then a steal for St. E's.
DIAA Executive Director Dave Baylor in the house today watching the game.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk with him here before the game. Great to have him in the house, absolutely. Nixon pass up the 3 for Tobiasen, who's fouled underneath, and 2 free throws coming for the senior captain, Aiden Tobiasen. With 1:53 to go in half number 1, St. E's right back into this one. They trailed by as many as 8 just a few moments ago, and now a chance to make this a 1-point game.
Yeah, big 3 by Tobiasen, and then the steal and pass ahead to Tobiasen, or he scored on the follow, I think, and Wright scored on the steal.
So Tobiasen first free throw is long off the side of the rim.
And Tobiasen I have was 14 points today.
Leads the way for St. E's. He's got their only triples of the afternoon as well. He's got 2 of them.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to get Alexander warmed up a little bit.
And now a 2-point game, 32-30, 1 of 2 from the line for Tobiasen. Here's the full court pressure from the Vikings. Dover is yet to hit a 3 ball.
They just run and run and run.
Little has it stolen.
And play defense.
And then out hustled that time by Chase Little, who dives on the floor, and it leads to a Perkins bucket off the window.
The defense is creating points for Dover. They're so fast.
Alexander tries to get it to the corner. Tobiasen steps around the defender, has it stolen though. Turnover for St. E's. They're going to trap Perkins, bounce pass ahead to Little. Nice look ahead by the point guard. To the corner, that 3 is for Chase Little, hung off the rim. Rebound taken by Dennis, and now Wright, and St. E's has numbers. Julius Wright underneath the Perkins, lays it in.
I'm just really impressed by this Dover team.
Dennis will step into an open mid-range jump shot, no good. Rebound to Reese. And now St. E's trying to just get it and go. Hunter up ahead to Tobiasen. Pick, pop, and shoot, no good. And Julius Wright going to get called for the offensive foul that time.
Yeah, he lowered the shoulder, lowered the boom. Just a second, it wouldn't be a shooting foul anyway, just a second team foul of the quarter on the Vikings.
So Dover with 47 seconds to go. This has been a hard one to keep up with stat-wise for us. We have all the points. Turnovers giving me a little trouble here as of late. 47 seconds to go as we round out half number 1, 34-32. Dover out in front here on the road in a battle of top 3 teams. Perkins now over to Little. It's Allen, Perkins, Little, Cosme, and Dennis. For St. E's, Alexander, Hunter, Reese, Harris, and Tobiasen. 22 seconds, and Coach Stephen Wilson looking as if he wants that final shot of the half. Little's been the go-to guy here in the first half. He's got 13 and then a whistle. St. E's had a few fouls to give here.
It's really not a bad spot, depending who the foul's on. You know what.
And we'll see who they give it against. Steven Nixon will come in for Caden Harris.
Yeah, Nixon has 2.
So that's going to be.
There's no 0 on the roster.
There is no 0 on the roster.
Oh, Kenny Hunter.
Kenny Hunter. That should be his second, I thought. Oh, they'll leave it 1. You can be wrong sometimes, right, Mike? Of course I can.
Allowed to be wrong.
10 seconds to go for Perkins, who will inbound underneath the basket. As Dover leading 34-32. We'll see what Coach Wilson draws up. They get it to Little. Little hanging off the rim too strong. 7 seconds, plenty of time for St. E's. They have a chance to tie or take the lead. Reese, Euro stepping through 2. Dover Senators and lays it in. And we have a tie ball game at the break.
Nick, I need a break. How about that? That was a great half. I was impressed with Dover's speed and their defense. I haven't seen them this year, but that's a heck of a team.
What a first half we have from the St. E's Center here in Wilmington as both teams head to the locker room. 34-34 between number 1 St. Elizabeth's and number 3 Dover. We're going to take a break as we head to the half. When we come back, we'll get your first half stats and second half info. Everything you need to know away from second half action here on Delaware Live Sports. 34-all. We'll be right back on TV.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life.
First State Orthopedics statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris.
High Five Hospitality, founded in 2004 when three guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise to Delaware. To date, they operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings in Delaware and Maryland. Also the Stone Balloon and Limestone Barbecue. And let's not forget Eggspectation and 5 Jersey Mikes throughout Delaware. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the Raw Bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Soto Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Soto Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Soto Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out.
to Surf Bagel.
Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, wraps, salads, local coffee and smoothies, and our iconic merch. Welcome to Surf Bagel. We're stoked to serve you.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
but have you tried Premier?
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini alongside Mike Lang. Nick Halliday up on the camera. Benny Fulton running around, taking some snapshots here at the St. E Center. It's a battle of top 3 teams here this afternoon. Number 1, St. Elizabeth's, and number 3, Dover. And Mike, it went just as planned in our first at Orthopedics game of the week.
Yeah, it was
as we are all tied at 34.
Back and forth, and no team can really. Dover did have, I think, an 11-0 run at one point.
That's right.
But St. E's really battled back. They were down as many as, I believe, 8 or 9 points. Came back to tie. They got it hot a little bit to buy some 2 threes there. They finally started making some shots that they weren't making earlier. Dover's defense is spectacular. There's hands everywhere. They're so fast. And Coach Wilson's really got a state championship contender here. And this could be a preview. You just never know. I mean, there's some good teams at Apo. It's still pretty good despite the losses. William Penn,
Sally's, yep.
I haven't seen too many of the downstate teams. I saw CR and a couple others, but there are some contenders. St. Mark's is still they're like 9-1, so
Yeah.
you know another competition. The schedule has not been as good. The game against St. E's I think was snowed out.
Yeah, that's
if
right.
I'm not mistaken. But
Weather's
they'll
been
be
an
playing
issue.
coming up, and yeah, we haven't had this in a couple of years. You had to worry about weather. And Nick, the biggest problem was me trying to keep up with this producing. I haven't produced in a long time here, especially basketball.
Well, it's been a track meet, and don't forget our Game of the Week is brought to you by First Day Orthopedics, our official Game of the Week sponsor. They have 46 physicians and 22 physician assistants at 16 locations, which provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions and are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. You can visit them at firststateortho.com. Tell them that you found it on DLS. That three to start off the second half for Tobias Reese. No good. Second chance from Julius Wright here for the Vikings.
Yeah, if they can get Reese started, he scored the last bucket of the first half. Tobias Reese would give them another option that they could really use.
Couldn't get that one to go either on the second chance. So 30 seconds into the second half. Again, all tied up. Perkins running the show point guard-wise for Dover has had a very nice afternoon so far.
We'll get you the point totals as we go along.
Perkins does have 5. That 3, though, off the mark, back into the rim. Nice offensive rebound. Looking up ahead to Darrell Little. Little led the way with 13 in the first half for Dover. Now he's got 15 to match Tobiasen. That's a game high for both guys. Wright cutting on the baseline, couldn't handle it, but it was tipped off of his foot and then off of the arms, that time, of Estevan Norwood.
Yeah, Cayenne Alexander checking in for Tobias Reese. I think Coach Cassie's looking for somebody who maybe got a hot hand here from outside.
I think the sun just went down, Mike. Got a little darker in here.
Got dark in here.
Inbound to Kenny Hunter, going around Norwood, and it's got it to go in the paint. The paint work from Kenny Hunter.
Good spin move there. Legal spin move by Kenny Hunter.
All tied at 36.
4 points, I believe, for Kenny Hunter. Junior.
Here's Perkins.
Sun's back out.
There we go. Brighton here once again.
Well, only for a second.
Little sizing up right. Kicks it over to Dennis. That's his shot. Javion Dennis can't get the 3 to go.
Nice rebound.
Offensive rebound to Norwood. It wouldn't be the second time, but the third time's a charm for Estevan Norwood.
Dover's really getting a lot of scoring options here.
And that time they're going to get him. He thought he went straight up. Wright powers up and through him and draws the contact. Should be the third foul on Norwood if my stats are correct. And now some free throws coming up for St. Elizabeth's.
I'm going to say was Dover's getting a lot of scoring. There's a lot of different players that are giving them scoring options. It's always nice to have if you're a coach.
So it was the third foul on Norwood. We'll see what Coach Wilson decides to do. Nobody getting up to the scores table yet.
Nick, I don't know about you. I have 12 for Julius Wright heading into these free throws. 15 for, how many do you have for Tobiasen? I thought I had 15 for Tobiasen.
15 for Aiden Tobiasen. And you are right on Wright, but that one off the mark on the first free throw.
Sorry about that, Julius.
So St. E's with 2 triples, Dover with none here with 6:23 to go in the third quarter. And 1 of 2 from the line for Julius Wright. And if you're just joining us, both of these teams undefeated in the state of Delaware this season. Dover 8-0, St. E's 9-0.
St. E's currently ranked number 1 by Delaware Live.
Little hesitated now, will let it rip, and he cashes in on a 3 from the left wing. Darrell Little, as we have a buzzer going off. And a timeout, I believe.
Well, you usually hear the buzzer for that.
Yeah, there was an issue or something was going on. By the way, timeout on the floor. We'll stay right here. 5:52 to go here in the third quarter. That Darrell Little 3-ball puts, and that's why he's 1,000-point scorer for Darrell Little. We were trying to keep track of when it was going to happen, and it does on that 3-ball. A little pump fake and then drops it in from beyond the arc for Darrell Little. So congratulations to Darrell a 1,000-point scorer here in the state of Delaware.
So
we were wondering what was going on. Not a timeout. A small timeout, but absolutely a remarkable accomplishment for Darrell Little, who has been red hot today. He's got now 18 points. That's a game high.
Shot it down the end where there's no photographers.
So congratulations, Darrell, and now they'll settle into that full court pressure here for Dover. And now the Senators with a 4-point lead after being tied up at the half. Here's Alexander. And now it's Nixon, drives and kicks to Julius Wright in the corner. Kenny Hunter, mid-range jumper, rims out to Bison, crashing the boards, can't have it. And it's Norwood who pulls it away.
Like Tobias may just poke that up and in without even catching it.
Give and go, back to Norwood, kick to the corner. Why not? Little will pass on the three, instead throws it away.
Here we go.
Kenny Hunter to a cutting Tobiasen, who skies through the air and lays it in off the window. His first points of the second half. Don't blink, Darrell Little short on the front end and from the corner three. Rebound, though, as he gets it back, and it's going to result in a layup. Doing the dirty work underneath was either Norwood or Chase Little, and it leads to two more for Darrell.
Nice up and under there by Darrell Little.
43-39. Here's Nixon crossing over on the baseline. Bounce pass to Kenny Hunter. The floater from inside the paint is up and through.
Here we go again with the back and forth.
We're scoring here in quarter number 3. 4:35 and ticking. Now the lead to 2 for the visiting Senators here over the top-ranked Vikings. Javion Dennis wants a chance at a 3. Too strong off the back end of the rim and over the backboard.
Yeah, hit the cable up on top, and that'll stop, at least stop their clock. Doesn't stop my clock.
4:22 now, a little bit of this pressure here once again from Dover.
So we'll let the clocks catch up with each other.
St. E's going to have to get it past half court, and they will just in time. Nixon will pull it back out. It's right to Bison, Nixon, Hunter, and Alexander. Here's the freshman, almost lost it, able to re-corral. Under 4 to go here in the third.
Fast-paced game, fast-paced quarter.
Alexander, nice first step, hangs and finishes. A nifty finger roll from the freshman, and he ties it back up.
Yeah, when I said they needed points from Alexander, I wasn't thinking of that.
Drive for Little through contact of Julius Wright, and finishing. What a day so far for Darrell Little. Up to 22 points for the senior.
And he'll be shooting here.
And now 1,000-point scorer and a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play for number 3 in blue. And he's done a majority of his work today in the paint at getting to the basket. Has 1 3 ball and knocks down the free throw. He's been spectacular from the line as well. He's got 6 free throws. And now the lead, 46-43, back in favor of Dover. And then the turnover forced, thrown away by St. E's. Turnover number 11 for the Vikings.
Not many in the second half.
No. Both teams taking decent care of the basketball here in the third quarter. Still a 1-possession game. Dover now a chance to make it a 2-possession game. Poked out from behind. Tobiasen trying to track down the loose ball. Instead, it's Dover. Perkins quickly up ahead. Give and go. Beautiful passing by Dover. And unable to be finished by Darrell Little. Perkins to Little. And my goodness, not quick enough of a talker to give you that one. Timeout on the floor. The miss. The rebound was hauled in by the point guard, Denham Perkins, who was living amongst the trees underneath. And then a nifty no-look pass to Darrell Little. Guess who? And he lays it back in again for point 23 and 24.
It's so fast I didn't even see it.
3 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. 48-43. Dover on the road out in front of St. E's here at the St. E's Center. And it's been the Darrell Little show.
It's been one exciting game. It's been a great afternoon of basketball. But people fighting some snow in their neighborhoods.
Oh, mine was a wreck, my one street.
The main roads, are good.
Yeah, they're fine once you get out of the
Once
neighborhood.
you get out of the neighborhood.
So we got 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter of a fast-paced 48-43 game. We were tied at 34 at the half, Mike. We were tied a few moments ago, and now a little run here from Dover.
After that, Kai and Alexander.
5-0 run for the Senators.
So 5-zip here. I was to say I live on a dead end. I shoveled my dead end. We were the only house on a dead end. At some point, I figured we weren't getting plowed. So I
waited. I waited out hope. Not this year.
Shovel my dead end myself.
And a few days ago, before this snowstorm, the first one that we had earlier in the week, that was a lot of ice. That was a pain to shovel up. This one a little bit softer.
And my trash never got collected. So that's next week.
Oh, that's bad. That's not good.
That'll be there for all week now. So
here we go. Under 3 minutes to go in the third. St. E's, after giving up a 5-0 run, trying to answer. Can they? Nixon Jr., yes.
Big bucket there by Steven Nixon.
A 3-ball for St. E's when they needed it. The first Viking to hit a 3 outside of Tobiasen, which is rare for this St. Elizabeth's team this year. Lead now, though, back to 2.
Close to a travel there, but he was able to get rid of that ball.
Dennis on Kenny Hunter. Driving. Ball lost up in the air. Tracked down by Wright. Now up ahead to Tobiasen. They don't have numbers. He says, I'll just pull it anyway. Long 3, no good.
Yeah, I may have held up and waited for some help there. Kai and Alexander was the only guy around. He's not going to out-rebound people.
Dover gets it back up ahead to Terrence Williams. Can't make the layup in transition. It's a track meet now. Wright going to take it himself through contact. Fouled hard by Cameron Jackson-Dixon, who was freshly into the ball game here in the second half. Wright slow to get up. Took a hard foul, but will earn himself 2 free throws.
A little impatience from both teams there as they get caught up in that track meet. Sometimes you just want to hold the ball with your team to get back.
Both of these teams love to run. We've seen that so far in this one. As soon as they get a rebound, they are off to the races, no matter if that's Dover or St. Elizabeth's. First free throw here on the way for Julius Wright, and it rattles home.
Got some home cooking on that bounce. Nick, we got some, at least one game coming up this week. We're going to be, I believe it's Middletown for Slasianum in Middletown. And we may have Carville William Penn, maybe. You think that's possible?
We'll see how the week progresses and what the staff is looking like.
We need some staffing. I think we may have some possible help. I'll talk to the boss about that.
Second free throw off the mark for Julius Wright. So 1 of 2 on the trip. That time for Wright. And now a 1-point 48-47 lead for Dover. Brought up now by Terrell Little. Perkins trying to post up here on the perimeter. Has it stolen by Nixon. Good anticipation. He'll just pull it up in transition. 3 rolls out. Again. Terrell Little with the rebound. And don't blink, Mike. Here we go. This is what we're used to. Perkins strong up. Can't get that one to fall. Terrence Williams tried to thread the needle underneath. Ball tipped. Jackson-Dixon has it. It is all over the place. Finally taken out.
There. Woo.
Taken out and reset up top by Denham Perkins.
A little quick shot there from St. E's. He had some help down underneath.
Perkins around the screen. Kicks to the corner. Jackson-Dixon open 3 long into the arms of Nixon, who almost threw it away. Whew.
Yeah, you got Julius Wright slowing everything down.
What a game we have. Back and forth, both teams.
Tobias trying to get open. He's doing some battle underneath.
And he's got it. He wants it. And it's going to be offensive foul, too aggressive. So that one against Tobiasen, who was trying to call for it down on the block. And it's going to result in an offensive foul. I think it'll be his second.
Yeah, just a second. Only the second team foul.
12 turnovers now for St. Elizabeth's.
Well, no matter who that call went on, there was going to be somebody unhappy with it.
Approaching 1 minute of action here in the third quarter. We started it tied at 34, now 48-47. Dover up by 1 with the basketball. Around the screen from Norwood. Now the switch.
There's a hook under there on Alexander.
Yeah, Dover got the switch they wanted. Now St. E's able to reset defensively. 1-on-1, Norwood and Wright on the block. Spinning inside with the baby hook, no good. Rebound to Terrence Williams. That shot blocked, I believe, by Kenny Hunter. And now it's loose. It's still loose. Last touched by Perkins and Dover.
So St. I do not believe I've seen them hold for one shot all season. So why would you start now? But I think if they see an open shot, they're going to take it.
St. with just 3 made threes today. That is unlike them. They come in, I would imagine, with the games we've done and looking at the stats, averaging around double-digit 3 balls a game. 48-47. And how about the defense from Dover? Chase Little pokes it away, and he'll finish it off himself. 12 seconds, Dover up 3. Wright trying to split the defense, can't do it. Senators, numbers up ahead. Norwood going up, and he's fouled.
Who scored the last bucket? Number 22, okay. Chase Little.
Chase Little with the defense, stole it, took it the other way, finished it off himself, and then another turnover down this side for St. E's with 2 quick turnovers results in now free throws down this end of the floor for the big fella Norwood. Norwood with 4 points, misses the first free throw. That foul goes against Alexander, his first.
The St. E's critical turnover, and they've been okay in the second half, but a critical one there.
So 5.7 seconds depending how this shot goes, and it will drop in. So St. E's has a chance to get a shot off, trailing 51-47. Alexander going to have to throw it up, and that's not going to be off in time. No shot for the Vikings as the third quarter comes to a close. Dover leading the Vikings 51-47 as we head to the fourth. It's a fun one in a battle of top 3 teams. We'll be right back with the conclusion here on Delaware Live Sports.
Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life. Wrap.
And we are back live from the St. E. Center, the fourth and final quarter between the Vikings and the Senators. Number 1 versus number 3 here in Wilmington, 51-47. It's going to be a fun fourth as Perkins elevates inside the free throw line and drops it through.
Kind of lulled them to sleep and just popped right over top their heads.
7:30 to go, 53-47 lead for Dover, trying to hand St. E's their first loss of the season. As the Vikings led early in the first, Dover took the lead and kept it throughout now. We were tied at the half. But it was Dover in the third quarter outscoring St. E's by 4. Defense has been spectacular today for the Senators. They've kept St. E's off of that three-point line. Nixon to the corner. Julius Wright needs it, and he gets it.
That's a huge bucket by Wright.
Wow, what a shot from the corner. 53-50. Perkins racing down the other end.
Nixon held that ball a long time.
Dennis Kenny answer around and out. Rebounded to Biason.
3-on-2.
Alexander, the freshman, step back 3, long off the back end of the rim. He gets it back, though. Whips it to the corner. Nixon going to reset the offense here. That's the first time we've seen a lot of the team do that here today.
Well, I think maybe that was
and I
something
agree
that
with him.
Coach Cassidy pointed out. We don't need to shoot the ball right away.
Nixon looking for space, hands off to Wright. Wright, contested 3 from the right wing, rattles in and out once again. A good look, though, for Coach Cassidy and his squad, trailing 53-50, and now Perkins once again will control it with 6 minutes to go in the ballgame.
Been about what we expected, and a little bit more here today.
Perkins has room to fire. Mid-range jumper no good again, and Nixon gets it and off to the races.
He's 1 on 3.
Tries to split them all, hanging, and somehow gets it to fall in. Coach Cassidy looking for a foul call.
Like I said, 1 on 3, but it didn't matter.
Little tried to go down the other direction, and he does in the blink of an eye to answer. Hunter doubled in the corner, out to Nixon, deep three for Steven Nixon, no good. Rebound to St. E's, Alexander wants a try, that one won't fall. 55-52, 5:22 to go in this one.
He played without a stoppage of play yet in this fourth quarter. Almost 3 minutes in.
And it's been fun back and forth. We have gone almost all afternoon. Javion Dennis now here on the left wing. Here's been the man, Darrell Little, trying to take Tobias and picked and stolen. Numbers for the Vikings, right to Alexander. Alexander hanging, can't finish, but Wright's there for the putback, and he's fouled by Norwood. And Julius Wright in the right place at the right time. St. E's had numbers. Alexander hung, couldn't finish, but Wright was there for the offensive rebound. And he's fouled by Norwood, who has foul number 4 here this afternoon.
That was some great defense by Dover, kind of cutting St. E's options down there. You know, it was a 2-on-1. It's a great defense by Norwood. You know, we saw some fans here a little questioning in that foul call. I thought it was a foul. I think St. E's was a little fortunate on that play.
I agree. Julius Wright, the right spot, the right time, though, for that miss. Great transition defense by Dover. And the free throw drops in for Julius. And him and Tobias doing a bulk of the scoring, just like we saw against Sally's in that win here a few weeks ago.
I mean, 6 points for Hunter, 8 points for Nixon. But really, it's really been Wright and Tobias.
So I believe that's 19 now for Julius Wright after the free throws.
Got to do my counting.
And Tobias with 17, and that makes it a 1-point game. Now pressure from St. E's just a tad. 4:52 and ticking here in this one between the Vikings and the Senators. Road team Dover up by 1 on St. E's. Perkins to Dennis. Dennis driving, fouled by Tobias, and it'll be his 3rd.
Yeah, they're trying to keep Tobias away from the referee. You don't want to say anything that's going to get you in trouble.
This has been a fast-paced ball game here this afternoon. Even the free throws, Dennis lets it rip quickly and knocks it down. I'll tell you, it's whenever you get a game with either of these two teams, it's always a fun one to broadcast. You put them together, and my goodness, it's a fantastic afternoon. Free throw missed, but offensive rebound to Little, and we'll have a jump ball. Possession will go to the Vikings, so 1 of 2 from the line that time. Makes it a 56-54 ball game.
Great job by Darrell Little just to get that loose ball. All those Vikings in there, he came away with the ball.
4:30 to go, pressure by Dover. Nixon has room in front of him, splits 2 defenders, and a nice finger roll with some English off the window and through.
Stevie Nixon's come up with some real big buckets today. Kind of a steadying influence out there for them. Nice
Little
block.
trying to force one up through 2 defenders.
Tobias with a good block on that one.
And whenever Dover's needed a bucket, he's been the guy. He's taken it upon himself to get them those much-needed points when they have needed them. And now they'll inbound again. We're all tied at 56, 4:10 remaining. Here's Noah Allen. And Coach Wilson going to take a timeout. There's been few of those so far in this one. That'll stop the clock with 4:02. We are coming down the wire here at the St. E Center between number 1 St. Elizabeth's and number 3 Dover. Mike, we are all tied at 56. It's been a fun one this afternoon.
I can't keep up on the
I
scoreboard.
can't keep up either. It's
we don't
been
know
tough.
if our box scores are correct.
I think we're good, which is amazing.
This has been a great game to watch. This is a game you would not mind seeing in March.
Oh, yeah, that's
at the
for
Bob
sure.
Carpenter Center, whether it's in the quarterfinals hint or the semis or even the championship game. I saw Sanford last week, first time I got a chance to see them. Not bad, man. They got
Yeah.
some height in that team. They're pretty good. Khalid Hart doing a real good job over with Sanford. I saw them against Tower Hill. Tower didn't look too bad in that game, but it's Sanford's conference this year. Of course, seen a lot of Salesianum. Got a chance to see Howard. I'm getting around, trying to see as many teams
Yeah,
as
you've
possible.
been everywhere.
The snow kind of put a damper on things.
So here we go, set to inbound with 4:02 in a tie ball game. Late in the fourth quarter, it'll be Allen inbound for Dover. It's Perkins, Dennis, Allen, Williams, and Little for the Senators. And Caden Harris going to get whistled, I believe, for a body out near half court. Team's second foul. Harris and the St. E's Vikings not a friend of that call, or fond of that call, I should
His
say.
third.
Third on Harris. And speaking of which, it's Harris, Wright, Kenny Hunter, Tobiasen, and Nixon in for St. Elizabeth's. We're all tied up. 3:53 to go. Perkins driving, hanging, couldn't finish, tipped around into the hands of Julius Wright.
Good job by Wright. Slowed down a little bit. They were tied up here. They're not in a position where they are playing from behind. You know, they need buckets.
And now a chance here, Mike, for St. E's to have their first lead since early in the first quarter.
Well, how about that?
56-56.
It was 11-9 St. E's at one point. I don't know if they had a lead after that or not.
Don't think they have. Here's Nixon. He's going to take a mid-range jump shot. It's long. Kenny Hunter tips it, but right into the hands of Terrence Williams. And now they'll hand it off to Darrell Little. Little, he's got 27, trying to take Tobias and using the body with that left hand, puts it back up and in.
He's doing everything. Followed his own miss there.
29 for Darrell Little, including 1,000 points in his career today. Timeout, Coach Cassidy. He's going to want to talk things over with his Vikings trailing by 2 here at home. 2:49 and ticking here in this one. Nick Alessandrini alongside Mike Lang and Nick Holliday up on the camera in our First State Orthopedics Game of the Week. And First State Ortho is our official Game of the Week sponsor. They have over 46 physicians and 22 physician assistants at 16 locations, which provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions and are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. They serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Their doctors are readily available to all the local emergency departments, medical aid, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. You can give them a call today, 302-731-2888, or visit firststateortho.com. And don't forget to mention that you saw their ad right here on Delaware Live Sports. 58-56, the Dover Senators, ranked number 3 in the state, coming on the road. A nice trip up north for them to the St. E's Center here in Wilmington to take on the top-ranked and undefeated St. Elizabeth Vikings. And, Mike, they have a 58-56 lead, and they've done it behind Darrell Little, the senior, with 29 points here today on the road.
Oh, he's done just everything, not just the scoring. Like I said, the rebounding, he's playing defense. You know, he's doing everything for this team. He's got half of their points. It's just been amazing to watch him play. And this is a talented team. It's not just Little.
Absolutely right. Both of these teams are talented up and down these rosters. 2:44 and ticking left in this one. St. E's with the ball, down by 2. As now Dover settling in, it looks like still with that man-to-man defense. They'll feed to Bison, one-on-one with Dennis. Allen crashes, leads to a Harris 3, and he cans it. Caden Harris with his first points of the game, and couldn't have been bigger. Allen in transition the other way. The outlet pass couldn't finish underneath. And St. E's with their first lead since 11-9, lead 59-58 with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to play. Harris around Perkins, and a timeout for Coach Cassidy. But maybe the biggest shot to date in this ball game comes off the hands of Caden Harris. And it's his first basket of the afternoon, and it is a big one.
We've been saying, Nick, I think I just hit the clock. I didn't mean to do that. We've been saying we're waiting for some contributions from St. E's. They've got Nixon. I think Nixon's played a really good game, Stephen Nixon Jr., but to get some other contributions, Caden Harris's first bucket of the game, it really came, as you mentioned, in a huge spot. These guys, the shots maybe haven't been falling and haven't been able to get shots. That Dover defense has been so good. He gets open, he makes the 3, and it puts them up by a point, and they have the ball.
What a shot from Caden Harris, known maybe for the defensive aspect of his game, and one of those scorers that can get it done on the year, but brings that intensity, that energy on the defensive side of the ball. We've seen him with a few big plays on that side, but what a three. And the Vikings needed it. Just their 4th three of the afternoon. Again, a team that averages double-digit made threes almost a game.
Yeah, now this is St. E's at this point usually in the 70s, scoring-wise. The Dover's, I can't emphasize how good their defense has been. They've been swarming all over the place.
And again, it's been mostly Terrell Little, and you can argue that, Dover as well as St. E's haven't had their best games offensively. Both defenses have been pretty darn good today. And here we go.
In the first half, the St. E's in the first quarter just couldn't make a shot early on. They were missing all kinds of shots. They weren't making them.
Here we go. 2 minutes to decide this one. St. E's now with a 1-point lead at home over the visiting Dover Senators. It's Tobiasen, Hunter, Nixon, Wright, and Alexander on the floor for St. E's. It's Little, Chase Little, Javion Dennis, Norwood, and Perkins. Here's Tobiasen on the switch, underneath, finger roll, no good, through contact, rebounds up for grabs. It'll be a jump ball, possession arrow to Dover.
One other thing to keep in mind, Dover with just 1 team foul, St. E's with 2.
And now some offense to defense here, Mike. Alexander, the freshman, will check out for the defensive specialist, Caden Harris.
Both have a few fouls to give.
Both teams not a lot with some fouls to give here in the 4th. Just 2 team fouls for St. E's, 1 for Dover. Dover down by 1. Perkins off to Norwood. Norwood leans into a floater with that right hand and drops it through.
That was a nice shot. Took some guts to take that one.
Dover now back out in front off the right hand of Esteban Norwood. 60-59. 1:13 remaining. Here's Hunter. Pulling up, the deep mid-range shot, no good. Nixon battling, can't haul it in over Little. Perkins pulls it out of the pack and now will bring it past half court. And I believe a timeout from Coach Stephen Wilson.
Now for St. E's, you got to commit 2 fouls here, so you don't want to let them just run the clock down and run it down. So you commit the fouls real quick. Who do you have that can commit the fouls? You don't want to be losing players. He's got a lot of options if he wanted to put a designated fouler in, and he could do that.
Again, it was a big pick and roll. Perkins, it was first off a huge rebound on this side of the floor for Terrell Little, who was battling amongst a few Vikings underneath. He hauls in the rebound, gets it to Perkins. Perkins on the pick and roll with Esteban Norwood. Leads to Norwood with a tough floater inside the free throw line that he got to go. Just leaned into that floater, drops it through, and gives Dover the lead right back 60-59. A big shot by the big fella who stands 6'6", 210 pounds, the junior Esteban Norwood, who now has 7 points on the afternoon. So Dover up by 1, still a whole minute left, a lot of basketball left to be played here at the St. E's Center.
We might be here
and we'll
for a
see
while.
what St. E's can do. So Dover will have the basketball. Up by 1. 59.3 seconds to go here from the St. Elizabeth Center. Sister Mary Ellen Arena.
Yeah, I thought she'd been named after Pat Garriani's, but not yet.
So into the game for Dover is Nassim Cosme. You know him as the quarterback on the football team. He'll inbound, get it back right here. Now has it near half court. Almost stole it.
Nixon's all over him, but...
And they're going to get a foul on Tobiasen. St. Elizabeth coaching staff and fans not a fan of that call.
Well, it was called from the other side of the court.
So Cosme, not a lot of playing time in this ball game, but must be a good free throw shooter, you would imagine, being his reasoning in for the ball game. And it's stolen. There it is. St. E's gets the steal. And now down by 1, they have the basketball. A big turnover for Dover. Trying to get it to Wright. Wright trapped on this side. Last touched by Dover. The help defense from Cosme and Perkins.
Yeah, it must have gone off of a Dover defender. We have a timeout by Coach Cassidy. So St. E's going to retain possession here. And I will fix my scoreboard one more time.
And just something to note here, Aiden Tobiasen with 4 fouls. now for St. Elizabeth's with 39 seconds to go. St. E's has the basketball down by 1. You talked about it earlier. They don't hold for the final shot a lot. They're down by 1. There's 39 seconds left in the game. I would be shocked if they do that. They're going to take the first open look they get. But do you think that's maybe an idea they have in the huddle, thinking about holding it here at 39?
Yeah, the only thing they need to worry about is Dover. They're not shooting free throws. Dover's got 3 fouls to give. Right. So you let them dribble out 10 seconds, Dover fouls. You let them dribble out another few seconds, Dover fouls. Next thing you know, you're looking at 10 seconds to go, and you've got – now Dover's not going to foul you. They're just going to let you try to make a game-winning shot. So you're saying these maybe, Nick, you go at the bucket, try to go ahead, maybe draw a foul and get a 3-point play or just 2 free throws that way. I think you're Coach Wilson. You're saying, hey, man, if they're going to drive to the bucket, just let them go. Like, we'll take our chances down here. We've been able to score all day. We got Terrell Little down here.
He's been fantastic. 29, a game high for Terrell Little, including a 3-pointer that put him over the 1,000-point mark of his career. Stopped the game here today just for a moment to acknowledge that accolade. And now with 39 seconds remaining, a 60-59 lead for the visiting third-ranked Senators over the top-ranked home team, the St. Elizabeth Vikings. So here we go. St. E's to inbound, 39 seconds. They trail by 1 in what has been a fantastic afternoon of basketball.
They said the danger of holding the ball is that they have 3 fouls to give.
So they set it up, Nixon around the Tobiasen screen, looking to get it back to him. But a quick whistle here. Shot will not count on the floater. Foul on the floor. And, of course, as Mike talked about earlier, just the second team foul for the Senators. So they've got 3 more to go.
And the shot went in, so they're good thing it was on the floor.
That one thrown back to half court. 30 seconds now left in this one. Tobiasen driving, took some contact, and they're going to wave it off and call it on the floor again. So 26 seconds, so Dover has been able to chalk up 13 seconds of game clock here. They used their second foul. They'll now have 2 more. And now St. E's down by 1 with 26 seconds.
They have 1 more to give. The 5th foul's a shooting foul.
That's right.
So
1 more to give, 2 fouls until they shoot. And they'll shoot on the second. Nixon crossing over, beats the defender, and he's got it from the baseline on the floater. St. E's up by 1. 61-60. Perkins racing down the floor. 11 seconds, lost it to Dennis. 10 seconds. Here we go, coming in for a landing and a whistle and a foul.
That's a foul to give.
Well, we might have to stand up here, Mike. 7 seconds to go. 61-60. It was a baseline floater for Steven Nixon Jr. that gives St. E's the lead. Timeout on the floor should be the final timeout of the ball game.
What a day.
Woo, and just like that, 61-60, unbelievable. Nixon Jr., maybe not who you draw it up for, but he crosses over, gets through 2 defenders. He looked like he was getting there, no matter what. He made his decision. He gets to the basket, and he lays it in. A tough shot there for St. Elizabeth that goes down.
Took a little contact, too, and still made the shot. I got to go to work after this, and it's going to be a big letdown. I just got to hope that PennDOT has done some work on their roads up there, because I got to drive up into PA.
And now if you're Coach Stephen Wilson in Dover with 7 seconds, you're down by 1. I mean, you would imagine they're going to dial up number 3, Darrell Little. He's got 29 points. A lot of his points have been on the dribble drive inside the paint. I wouldn't be shocked if they put him in the pick and roll, see what he can do. Perkins has been great at setting up his teammates, so we'll see who they put the ball in the hands of. But you got to imagine it's number 3, Darrell Little, taking this final shot.
I would think so. Denham Perkins did hit the winner against Sanford. And I like the way Norwood's played today. He's been giving him a little bit of a presence inside. That floater for a big guy, man, that was a pretty good.
That was a pretty bucket to give them the lead. Nice. A few moments there, a few possessions ago.
Kind of a low-scoring 4th quarter, but still a lot of action.
These teams have gone back and forth all afternoon. We knew it would be a good one. Number 3 Dover versus number 1 St. E's. Both teams undefeated in the state of Delaware. St. E's 9-0 overall. Dover 8-1 overall. That one loss coming on December 30th in the Governor's Challenge to Stephen Decatur, Maryland. A 1-point 53-52 loss. Both of these teams have been lights out all season. And now 7 seconds till one of them has their first loss in Delaware. First loss potentially on the year. 7 seconds. Dover down by 1. Perkins to do the inbound honors. He gets it in. It's Chase Little. Corner three off the back end of the rim. Offensive rebound. Durrell back up. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Kenny Hunter. And St. E's escapes with a victory. Steven Nixon's Jr.'s floater on the baseline. The difference. And the Vikings have a 61-60 win on a late bucket to give the Vikings the victory.
I agree. They had a couple good looks over there at the end. And just a fantastic win for St. E's over a very quality opponent. You know, St. E's is really up their non-conference schedule this year, Nick, and it's really paid off. We're going to run over and try to get our player of the game before he disappears here. I may have to go downstairs to get him.
Wow, what an ending. What an afternoon here from Wilmington at the St. E's Center in front of a phenomenal crowd. Steven Nixon Jr., a baseline floater. As time gets down to 7 seconds. Wow, what an afternoon of basketball as you look down now at the box score on this 61-60 win for the number 1 ranked Vikings over the number 3 ranked Senators. It was Durrell Little with a game to high, 29 points for Dover. He was followed up by his teammate Terrence Williams, who had 8 off of the bench. Perkins with 7, Chase Little with 6. And for St. Elizabeth's, it was Tobiasen with 17. And Julius Wright, I believe, with 19. To lead the way, but it was the Nixon Jr. basket. He finishes, I believe, with 12 points.
Steven Nixon, yes, I
for St. E. So we're going to talk to Nixon and maybe some other Vikings. They
said they're going to send. They were in that locker room in no time there, Nick.
Well, that was again, what a fun one this afternoon. That game could have gone either way, back and forth. St. E's did not lead from 11-9 in the first quarter all the way until over halfway into the fourth quarters when they regained their first lead back, I believe maybe 51-50 at that point.
Trailed at one point 53-47. So a late 6-point deficit.
54-53.
Well, no, they were losing.
Yeah.
53-47. They trailed by 8, I believe, in the first half. So a couple times they had to come back, and they were able to do it and keep that record intact. And what a game by that Dover team, though. That's a quality team.
That's a team that we're going to see again.
They're going to cause some problems.
For sure. Come playoff time. 2 teams to keep your eye on. It has been a fun one. Well, again, we'll see if we can hear from Steven Nixon Jr. here momentarily.
We'll take a minute break.
We'll take one last break. We'll come back. It's the post-game show here from the St. E. Center in Wilmington.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris. I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen.
Signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life. Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life. Wraps, signs.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries.
Welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini alongside Mike Lang. Nick Halliday still roaming around the stands here. And now we have the luxury of being joined by Stephen Nixon Jr. What a ball game this afternoon. You had some weather there, maybe some, no school maybe the last couple days. You guys were trailing at the end of that first quarter till the fourth quarter. What a comeback win for you guys, 61-60 over the third-ranked Dover Senators here at your place. And Steve, we really appreciate you joining us here after the game. Baseline floater there to give you guys the lead with 7 seconds to go in the victory. Just first off, what was your guys' mindset coming in? What were you expecting from Dover? You guys being the top-ranked team in the state. And just walk us through that mindset coming in for you guys.
Yeah, it was a very tough game. I mean, all my teammates stepped up. We played very well. It was like a high-energy game. We just wanted to close everything out. And it was a very energized game. We just had to bring it. I felt like we brought it today. And
just walk us through real quickly that final play, right? You guys down by 1, about 15 seconds left. Time is ticking away. You're able to split almost 2 defenders, get to the baseline, some contact on there as well, able to finish it off. What was going through your head on that final play, and what was maybe the play coached you up, or what was kind of the thought process there for you?
I mean, I just took over. It was just like a natural basketball moment, I feel like, and it just happened. I feel I worked out for moments like that, and it just came. It happened.
Again, 12 points for Stephen today, and what a way to finish it off, Mike.
Yeah, Steve, we've been here. We've seen several of your games this year. William Penn, Appoquinimink, Salesianum. This one was a little different. You guys played from behind much of the day, had to come back. You haven't really been in this position all year. Did that change your thinking at all? And Dover really pushed the pace. Did they really change your game at all?
I feel like, they spread us up, but I feel like we could keep up. So, like, it wasn't nothing, like, different. I feel like it was very normal for us. We could play at any level. It don't matter.
And so
I'm sorry, go ahead, Nick.
I was saying, what is the key now for you guys? I mean, you're now 10-0 on the season, the top-ranked team. We talked about that target being on your guys' back after some of these big wins. You take down Sally's, you take down Dover, remaining undefeated. What's the key to you guys keeping up this success and, of course, going on a playoff run here in a little while?
I mean, I feel like we should just keep the momentum up and just act like we're not number one. Just keep playing like we're not number one, and yeah.
Darrell Little scored his 1,000th point today. I know we've been able to see him play for the past couple of years. I don't know, when you guys are playing, you don't always get a chance to go out and watch games like we do. Just talk a little bit about, I think he had 29 points today. Talk a little bit about Darrell Little and this Dover team.
This is my first time seeing them play. I never watched Dover or anything. They're a pretty good team though.
Yeah, they look good, and this was a great game. But for you guys, what was the message in the huddle? What was Coach kind of preaching you guys? That you were able to tie it up at the half. You guys went in the locker room 34-34, but trailing. What was the message with the team? What were you guys kind of saying to each other, during that adversity?
I feel like we were just saying, stay patient, don't rush anything, and just let the game come to us. That's basically the whole time, because we was down most of the game. So the coach was just telling us, be patient, don't rush, run our sets, find whoever open, and stuff like that.
Well, there you have it, Stephen Nixon Jr. Congratulations, man. A baseline floater to give St. E's the victory. The game winner was 7 seconds to go, finishes with 12 points. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Good luck with everything you're going forward this season. Another win for St. Elizabeth.
All right, Stephen, thanks for doing this for us, man.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. We appreciate his time. Stephen Nixon Jr., the game winner.
He's got his
on
fan
the
club
baseline
here,
there, and he's got it. What a move it was through contact to give St. E's the victory. They were down most of the night. They come back and get the victory. A fun one here this afternoon.
Yeah, I was looking when I was downstairs waiting for Stephen. I was looking on Twitter, and somebody wrote best game I've seen all season, and I'm glad we were able to bring it to him. And apparently we had a little sound issues early in the game, but we fixed all that stuff, and we're happy to be able to bring it to you. And I see a lot of basketball games. This was probably the best game I've seen this year.
It was a fun one.
And there's been some good. Dover and Sanford was another good one. But this was great. It was back and forth. Dover really pushed them, and St. E's answered. And these are two teams that are going to make deep runs into the tournament.
And we're glad we're able to get here and bring it to everyone at home. Thanks to all who are able to tune in on this Saturday afternoon now. Go watch some football. Ravens and the Texans coming up here just around the corner. For Nick Alessandrini, Mike Lang, Nick Halliday, we thank you all again. Saturday afternoon basketball, what a game it was. Number 1, the Vikings take down number 3, Dover, 61-60 here in Wilmington at the St. E's Center. We will see you next week.